Okay, so today is Sweet, Sweet Home Arizona. That's coming up next. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you here today. It's actually the beginning of January, and I'm going to go ahead and warn you now, you are going to be hearing our chickens talking and trying to drown me out today because we're right next to them. But what we're talking about today is actually we're continuing our series on citrus here in Arizona. So what you see behind me here is one of our oldest trees. It's a 4-year-old Arizona Sweet Orange. We'll get into more detail on that in just a moment, but we'll talk a little bit about where we're at. So we're in our primary orchard here on the farm. This tree was the 4th tree that we actually put in the ground here. So it's February of 2015, January 2019, put us right at about 4 years. This tree, we actually purchased this tree from Lowe's. Now, one little caveat, we talk a little bit about different varieties. We've talked about rootstocks before, and I can tell you this, while it's doing okay, the trees that we've gotten from Reed that he puts on local rootstock are doing much, much better. So going forward and in the future, because we will be replacing this tree on the new property, we'll definitely be going with varieties from him because those rootstocks really perform well. Now, if you don't have access to that and you're here in Arizona, you know what? A Lowe's tree will do just fine as long as you treat it well. So again, what you see behind me here is a 4-year-old tree. This is the first year that we've gotten a significant harvest off this tree. In fact, we just started harvesting, and what I didn't show you is how we had to thin it. In fact, I'm going to link our thinning video here. We were actually working on our grapefruit tree. In fact, this tree we had done right before that one. So we were very, very late in getting to the thinning process on this tree. One of the things I can tell you about Arizona Sweet varieties here in Arizona, because as the name implies, they're our citrus trees. They produce heavy. So one of the things you'll definitely have to do if you snag one of these trees is you're gonna have to make sure that you thin right after you get fruit set, and you get fruit that's about the size of a quarter. That's the best time to go ahead and thin. That'll normally happen in the spring. We did it here in the fall, definitely really late, which definitely stunted the size of some of these fruit. So Arizona Sweet, there's actually multiple varieties of Arizona Sweet oranges. We have a Trovita, that's T-R-O-V-I-T-A, a Trovita orange. It's an Arizona Sweet variety. We chose that one just kind of based on the reviews that we had seen. After trying them, they taste fantastic. A very, very good, super, super sweet variety. Produces very, very heavily at a fairly young age. It's good for fresh eating. It's also good for juicing, although fresh eating I think is really kind of where it shines, which is what we usually utilize this particular variety for. Again, a 4-year-old tree producing very, very heavy, but what I want to do is I want to cut. Let's take a look at one of these and try one here today. Okay, so this is our tree, so you can see, hopefully the camera gets this pretty good, but if you can see, it is still loaded with fruit. There's fruit everywhere. So different sizes too. So we've got some that are definitely on the small side, but I've got some good sized ones back in here. So if everybody wants to kind of squeeze in there and get a good look, you can see they're just everywhere in there. So we've got fruit all over the place, but I've got a good one here that's a good size of a baseball or so. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that for us today. All right, so here's our fruit. So really, really good sized piece of fruit. It still probably could use a few more weeks, honestly. These hold on the tree really, really well, so we'll be really harvesting these probably for the next couple of months. But as far as the size, about the size of a baseball. It looks a lot like a navel orange, but it's not a navel orange. Looks like it. As far as inside, you'll see that here in a second, but what I can tell you is these, because we have multiple varieties here that have seeds, we wind up with a couple seeds in here. That happens each time. Let's take a look and see what we got on the inside. So what I'm going to do, obviously normally we would just peel this thing because they're great fresh eating, but for you guys here on camera, let's go ahead and cut it open. All right, so there's the fruit. So very, very good. You can see, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera or not, but really, really juicy. You can see that juice just kind of starting to pile up there and starting to pour. I'm not gonna waste it because I wanna eat it, but really, really good orange fruit. You can see how thick that rind is. That's actually a good thing for us here with that frost. That's gonna help protect this flesh on the inside. So really looking forward to trying this one out, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So again, normally I would just we would kind of peel these, and so I don't normally eat an orange this way, but I figured as far as the camera is concerned, this is the best way for us to do it. So I can definitely see seeds. I've got at least one seed in there, so you can see it's a pretty good sized seed. We'll get that out of there. Not interested in eating the seeds, but let's try this guy out. Oh my goodness. Man, you guys. Oh, wow. Okay. Do I really need to describe an amazing orange? That just tastes amazing. Okay, it's sweet, very, very, very minimal. I mean, just like a little hint of tart, just because it can probably get a couple more weeks here on the tree, but just super, super sweet, really juicy. Tastes like an orange. I mean, I guess the best way to describe it would be a navel orange. So if you had a really, really good, super sweet and juicy navel orange before, that's what this tastes like. Oh man, you can see how that would make a really good juice too, but man, I wouldn't get past eating them just fresh because they taste amazing. Super, super good. We've got a lot more here. Got a lot more on the tree. You know, I don't know, we're obviously gonna have to juice some of these. We do offer these for sale to our customers here in Arizona, but most people in Arizona, because they grow all over the place, we all grow our own citrus. So if you're here in Arizona, Trovita Orange, I highly, highly recommend getting one of these guys. Okay, so just want to thank you guys for joining us today. You know what, if you haven't done so already, hey, subscribe to our channel. You know, we got a little bit of a small citrus series that we started here. This is one of the most obvious ones for us here in Arizona, but we've got a lot of things we cover here on the channel. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up. In fact, I'm gonna link a series that we've started on our new property and going from this 1 acre farm here to our new 6 acre farm that we'll be developing from raw desert land. So we got that going on right now, but a lot of things that we cover. Would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. And hey, you know what? If you haven't checked us out on Facebook and Instagram, we've got a Facebook and Instagram page, got a lot of people on there. There's things we cover there on Facebook and Instagram that we don't cover here on YouTube. We'd love it if you would join us there. And hey, if you have any questions or comments, hey, leave them in the comment section down below. You know, one of the things that Lori and I really enjoy doing is interacting with you guys. And here on YouTube, we have a great opportunity to do that. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you. Okay, so today